take a minute, was a close call. I don't fuck the flight attendant, heading overseas, I don't switch the coast off. I was under the impression that you weren't impressed, I don't mean to boast now. I got cash on top bound, pop the Benz, that's an 05. Bring the man, that's a light hour, and the gang up like some night hours. Shawty know it, it's just top 5, cause she eats thick and she fly private. I'm trying to show all my love, it's getting tough, I'm switching my time zone. I give a fuck who you know, you watching your tone, you speak to the boss now. One question, if the world was ending now, would you hold my hand? If I chose to show you off, would you fuck my friend? Pretty hoes be doing me wrong, I don't want it again. Still on tired of the back on folks, like where do we stand? I put Valencia on you, put shit on the plane out the frame. I got to Mississippi and you here with me, yeah, I make it happen just like that. We was in New York, you was mad at me, you left out and caught a cab. I just let it all work out, yeah, I can't even trip, I gotta relate. I just let it all work out, yeah, put the whole team on my fucking back. This shit hurt me more than you know, gotta let it go, put you in the past. And my brother know the sip of false cells, never close, pint stay stressed. Now I'm geek, so it's fuck a hoe, I can't even count, can't stay stressed. Woo, 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 woo. Had to take a minute, was a close call. I don't fuck the flight attendant, heading overseas, I don't switch the coast off. I was under the impression that you weren't impressed, I don't mean to boast now. I got cash on top now. Pop the Benz, that's an 05. Bring the man, that's a light hour. And the gang up like some night hour. Shawty know that she top 5. She just eat steak and she fly powder. I can't cat you down. The Benz that drop like a 05. I give a fuck who you know. You watching your tone, you speak to the boss now. One question, if the world was ending now, would you hold my hand? One question, if I chose to show you off, would you fuck my friends? Dirty hoes be doing me wrong, when it again? I've been close to losing my mind, I'm trying to stay in it. We took day trips out the lane. Wasn't tripping about the money, girl, I got that in no business. I was just tripping about your loyalty, cause you didn't show me nothing. Why these niggas poke the bed and go get scared and wanna run? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Trump lawyer bitch, you need to spin this bitch back. Overseas, I don't switch the coast on. I was under the impression that you weren't impressed, I don't mean to boast now. I got cash on top now. Pop the Benz, that's an 05.
Chat. Hold on, mate.
How you feeling? It's about how you feel about me, about me. Check it out, check it out. You don't see me the same way because I was dead when you met me. This big stones on the back of my fucking neck, baby. I don't think they should give me. I'm big rolling off the X shot, he just had met me. Not showing me I can't me. I just had to tell him one time that you gotta say please. Say please, say please. Say please, baby, say cheese, about to take a picture. I'm on the east side. On the way back now, I miss it. Ooh, when you smile, remind me of flawless diamonds, baby, the big ones. I did my big one, I did my big old 1, 2. Hey, you only go hear what you want to anyway. I could switch it out for just another baby any day. It's every day, we just crawling through the rain with all our pain. How you feeling? It's about how you feel about me, about me. Check it out, check it out.
Chat. What is the word? Hold on. Let me get this right for no, sit else. Actually, there we go. It's late, but I just feel like streaming. I ain't gonna lie, cause I'm not doing nothing else right now. And I finally got premium, bro. I got it back. I got it back, bro. So now we good. You don't gotta worry about no ads. Feel what I'm saying? So let me see. Where's my link at? Today we got some reacts. I'm saying calm little Thursday night, and we gotta stream tonight because Kai streaming tomorrow and stuff. So you know how that get, bro. We gotta soak it up as much time as we got. Hold up. Get the link. Almost that. Okay. But let's see. What should we do first? Ooh, chat. The d.i.f.f.e.r.e.n.t ratings are out. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm excited for this year's game because you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, FIFA, if they change their name, like, I don't know, bro. You don't hit the same, but like, you know, the game's still playable compared to like 2K. But I don't know. I need to see. We're gonna look at these ratings and we're gonna see if they actually match up with how they was playing. So let's see. Let's see this, bro. Yeah, sports FC 27, top 27, men's and women's ratings. Let's see. Wait, the highest is 90 now? Wait, why does the ratings keep going lower now? Like, y'all remember, like, FIFA 16, bro? Like, the rating used to be, like, 95 or something. Hold on. Y'all remember? Hold on. Rating used to be high, bro. Unless I'm tripping. Yeah, 94. But I think now the max number is like 91, and I don't understand why, but like, I mean, cause you look at 2K be having ratings like 99 and all that, bro. Or I think this year's 97 max. What was 25? Wait. These are ones? Let's see. Am I tripping? Oh. I might be tripping. Anyways. Yeah, Trey has 91. So I don't know why the ratings be different in each game, but shoot, I don't know. Anyways, let's see. So, Mbappe. Okay. That's reasonable. That's understandable. Wait, Pedri. Did Buddy even play in the World Cup? See, this is stuff I be talking about. Like, hold on. How do you do this season? Oh, that's the World Cup. Hold on. 29 matches, 2 goals, and 9 assists. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. There's no way. Like, what? What? Where's Rafinha? Bro, you mean to tell me he's not in the top 27? Bro, hold on. See, this is stuff I be talking about when it comes to like ratings, bro. Ratings don't even make sense in the games no more. Like, bro, this man was cold, bro. Hold on. This man had a great season. Like, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, like, look at that, bro. How is he not in the 90s? That makes no sense. Wait, hold on. Who else is it? Bro, these stats don't make any sense, bro. Hold on. Wait, in the World Cup, he was terrible. I ain't gonna lie. In the World Cup, he was terrible. But he was more productive. Ooh, nah, but the season before, I ain't gonna lie. Buddy was on some other shit. I ain't gonna care. Buddy was on some other shit. And he was cleared in the Champions League this year, bro. What game was that? What game was that, bro? They was cooking in one game, bro. I think. Wait. Hold on. Wait, what am I trying to look up? I might be trying. Bro, I'm just gonna rabbit hole. Hold on, bro. Alright, it's not gonna work. Anyways, I'm taking that as like, bro. Let's just watch his highlights. Let's see. That's probably gonna show it. We go get copyrighted, bro. Hold on. Gotta make sure. Like, buddy was cooking all season, bro. Oh, come here. Hey. Come on, bro. You can't tell me buddy not a 90 game. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. Anyways, let's see. Oh, wait. Let me keep that tab. Let's see. Because if this is junior, shit, let's see. Where you at? Okay. Okay. Declan Rice. You know what? This. Okay. Wait, Messi's still here? You know what? Buddy was cooking in the finals. The whole World Cup, actually. That's what I meant to say. He was cooking in the whole World Cup, so. I ain't gonna lie. Messi can probably go forever, bro. Like, I don't see him slowing down. Let's see. Cause during the World Cup, I ain't gonna lie, this World Cup was fun. hold up. Good. The thing about it is, right? Buddy's 39, carrying the entire team. We can, you know, the racist stuff, the ref, whatever, bro. You cannot deny that actually playing in the game, bro. Messi's he's the GOAT, bro. He's not. Ronaldo's not better. He's not. This World Cup literally let you see this for yourself to like understand, bro. Buddy scored in almost every game. He scored a hat trick. Like we talk, I think he scored. Was it this game? A terrible group, whatever, bro. It's the World Cup, bro. It's the best countries, and bro, we gotta stop. We gotta stop doing that, bro. You can't discredit. You can't discredit a World Cup, bro. No matter scored in that game by himself too. Not only did he score in every game, he was scoring all the goals, bro. You can't deny it, bro. I just remember watching this and I'm like, nah, there's no way. There's no way, bro. At that age. Cause chat, how many of y'all think y'all actually gonna be moving like this when y'all 39, bro? Like, you really gotta think of it like that. That could you do what he's doing at that age? And if you can't, you got no room to talk, bro. So that's all it is. And this game, bro, this game right here was crazy. I deadass thought it was over, bro. I deadass thought it was over this game, but it wasn't. It wasn't, bro. This was the best game of the tournament. Facts. Facts. This is the best game of the tournament. This was the game they were saying that was rigged. And I didn't watch the full game, but I just heard the controversy after, and I was like, cause I don't think that goal that they disallowed was really. It should have been a tie game. It should have went to OT. It should have went to OT. I don't know. With games like that, I could see what people were talking about, cause that was kind of crazy. But I don't know.
Lionel Messi saves the day for Argentina.
But yeah, bro. Bro's been to three World Cups. And then what, 12 years? You can't take that away, bro. You really can't. You really can't take that away. Who's this? Let's see if he's worth his 89 rating. Let's see. Let's see if he's worth his 89. Okay, you know what? I just remembered PSG has back-to-back Champions Leagues. He might be tough. He might be tough. So, yeah. Let's keep watching. Let's see. But do you think PSG can three-peat though? That's the question. Can they three-peat? Cause I mean, I see it. I see it. It's just like, how? Cause Bayern, ooh. There's a lot of transfers that happen, and there's like more new teams. So was a good tackle. Alright. Alright. I guess. Bruno Fernet. What is he doing here? Buddy ain't been good since like 22. What? Oh my god, hold on. Unless I'm tripping. Unless I'm tripping. Oh, I might be tripping. Hold on.
Bruno Fernandes has dispatched it beautifully.
I ain't gonna lie, this is like the first years. I think the last year is like one of the first times I rarely watched any games because I was just so busy, like doing content and all that. So I never took time to actually watch Premier League games. So maybe that's why.
There's your captain.
But in the big games, he would disappear. Let's be honest. I'm gonna just say, in the big games, he would disappear.
Bruno Fernandes takes the acclaim. The record equaling assist. 20 assists in a single campaign. Bruno Fernandes against d.i.f.f.e.r.e.n.t. 7 minutes into stoppage time. Bruno Fernandes steps up. There's your captain. Everyone looked for a flag. There wasn't one.
That was perfect. That was perfectly timed too.
Look for a flag.
Oh. That was perfectly timed because Buddy, yeah, that's still right. Okay. Okay.
There wasn't one.
I ain't heard from Buddy in a minute. Maguire, like out of sight of mind, I ain't gonna lie.
One of those went against Forest last week at Bournemouth, and they paid the price then, and they paid the price today. Casemiro. Taut moments. Bruno Fernandes corner, and it's Matthijs de Ligt. And Manchester United may well have had the final word.
It's impossible to replace Bruno.
I'm not gonna lie, the thing about soccer, right? Your teammates actually converting their goals depends if you're really a good player, especially if you're a midfielder. Cause like if you make all the right passes, but like they don't lead to nothing, that means you're terrible. Alright? Unless I'm tripping. I think I know what I'm trying to say. Like, the amount of assists you have depends if you're a good midfielder or not. So, I don't know. Me personally, as playing striker, I was making sure my midfielders, I finished their breakfast. So, clap it up for me. I know how hard it was. Even though sometimes the passes were terrible, like, you really had to lock in and make sure you converted. Let's see. Yeah, I think the rest of these are certified. Luis Diaz did have a good season. Declan Rice, I felt so bad for him during the World Cup, bro. Brady's doing everything, and like he had no help, bro. Like absolutely no help. Him too. Yeah, Brazil, yeah. And he gets a lot of hate. Like Vinicius Jr., I ain't gonna lie. But he gets too much hate for no reason. Like, look, bro. 5 matches, 4 goals in the World Cup. I'm saying, like, he's producing, bro. He's producing. He just has nobody else. Hell, I thought he was gonna leave. And if he did, I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't gonna blame him. And he's only 26, bro. Like, he still got, like, 10, 12 years left, bro. And he's about to enter his prime for sure. For sure. Is it gonna be at Real Madrid? I don't think so. Because I don't even think his own team like him. So, because now it's really Mbappe's team. You really think about it now, it's Mbappe's team. So, ooh, but Kylian Mbappe, hold on, we almost forgot. About that guy Kylian. Let's see how well he did. Like, I think him and Haaland. Yo, hold on. We're gonna get to Haaland in a minute, cause I ain't gonna cap. I got to see Haaland play in person, bro. That man is him. Facts. Facts, gang. Let's see. 8 matches, 10 goals. Okay. Okay, yeah. Let's see. Ooh. Yeah, buddy. Buddy a demon, gang. I ain't gonna cap. You ain't 27 too, bro. I ain't gonna cap. These next few years of like football or soccer, it's gonna be fire, bro. Like the NBA's back. I think sports in general is just back, bro. That's what I'm really feeling like, cause now I get excited to watch. Like I was excited during the World Cup, bro. And that's the most I've been excited in a long time. Let's see. World Cup. World Cup highlights. That's FC26. Speaking of, I was playing that a little bit today. I'm trying to practice. I want to start pro clubs. So I'm trying to get right. I'm trying to get unselfish that was, bro. But it was to Spain, so like it was understandable. So some of the big teams, they would like win by the shortest amount of goals by some of the teams that I never thought, bro. Like this should have been like a 6-0 blowout, and they struggled for like half the game. To the point Paraguay was, can't go lie. The thing about this game right here, I didn't even watch it. Like I had the score sheet in the back of my like in another tab, but I think I was editing or something. Gang, when I seen this, I'm like, nah, there's no way. Like I thought it was like an exhibition, and then I forgot it was a third place game. I'm looking at the score, bro. It's like 4-0 England. I'm like, what? And then I check back at halftime. Gay, it's like 4-3. Gay, I was like, nah. This one game, I was mad that I missed watching. I didn't watch the full game, but it was very interesting when I third place game though. Like, of course your effort does kind of go down a little bit, unless there's some type of like incentive. Don't you get paid? Don't you get money for winning the World Cup to like go back into your federation? I don't know. I'm just talking. It's late. But dang, bro. Now we gonna get to my guy. This was the game. Chat, I went to this game, bro. Oh my god, the atmosphere was so crazy. Like, bro. You don't understand. Hold on. I'm gonna pull it up as it's playing. I think I was... Oh my god, chat. Chat, I'm right here. Chat, I'm right here, gang. This is where I sat. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hold on, y'all might think I'm lying. Hold on. Because keep in mind, Holland, Norway was scoring that way. So I don't know if y'all can see. I took a picture. That's Holland. Hold up. That's Holland right there, bro. I was there. Hold on. Hold on. Damn. That's a good picture. It was raining. Oh, bro, I was soaked that day, too. Like, you don't understand, bro. It was pouring. And I didn't put on my, what's it called? Poncho. Is it a poncho? Why you always streaming so late? You go to college. Yeah, I'm finna. What's the word? But nah, chat. I think Like, it was raining, but I ain't gonna lie. Being soaked in that weather though, it was worth it. It was worth it. I'm trying to figure out. Damn. Nah, smooth. You could make college content. Yeah, that's what I'm finna do. That's what I'm finna do. Cause they even told us at our orientation, like, content creators can utilize their skills and, you know, make some money. What college you going to? Georgia State University. Yeah. Let's see. Nah, chat. I'm telling you, bro, it was pouring rain in game. But that was a good experience. I ain't gonna lie. That's like, I actually went to a World Cup game. Like that's a good experience. Never mind. That's tough. Yeah. Starting next week. So I should do like a first day of school. It just depends. I only got one class though. So like, I might just go around exploring campus. You commuting or nah? What that mean? I ain't been in school in 3 months. Chill. Chill. I don't know what that word means. I should know. It's been a long 3 months. Oh, I'm done. I'm staying home and driving. I'm gonna take that drive. Cause like getting all that money, bro. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's too much. That's too much money, folk. Like, straightly unnecessary. If you ask me, straightly unnecessary. But yeah, I'm excited though. Well, that's the truth and a lie. Cause like, I'm not trying to type no essays, but I could use new connections and like more variety of people, and maybe people who are actually not lazy and actually want to work and actually do things, because I'm around a lot of people that just don't want to work. Lazy. Just straight lazy. They sit down, you know, their tummy's probably big and they just sit there and do nothing. Like, they just waste the days away. And you can never waste the days away, especially in this day and age. You gotta get out and try to do something. And that's what I'm trying to do. So yeah. It depends, bro. It depends. But now I got my camera. So like, now we gonna make hella content, bro. I'm trying to get that. The camera I'm really trying to get is that EV10, bro. I've been, what's it? EVZ10? Yeah, it's this bad boy right here, man. That's next purchase on the list. It's just too expensive, bro. I could have said, nah, even if I saved up until now, I still would have been expensive, bro. And I wasn't gonna take the risk and get a used camera, cause that would have not been worth it. But, you know what I'm saying? Or I could get it and make payments on it. But who trying to do all that, bro? So I don't know. It depends. It depends. But I think an action camera too, though, like, it does give a new look to like vlogging. Like, I can go wide angle. You know what I'm saying? I could just be chilling. Like you get a new look on some like vintage slash like cinematic type. So, and it's different from a lot of other cameras you see. So that's another bonus too. But in a couple years going, we do gotta get the quality. We gotta take full advantage of the quality. So yeah. But I just need more ideas. Like what type of content, like what type of vlogs would y'all want to see though? Cause would I just be those campus YouTubers that like go around interviewing people on campus? Like social experiments, dorm tours. So like I don't know. I gotta think about that, but it all depends. It all depends. I'm gonna figure it out. What was it? Oh yeah, I ain't care. This stick, bro. Buddy's so different, bro. Buddy's so different, cause he might not win, you know, the World Cups and you know all the accolade, bro. Ballon d'Or. He already got a Champions League title. Buddy dangerous, bro. Like just watching it in person, and I'm looking like you always see it on TV, bro. Like that's one thing, but like when you see it in person, and it's in your face, and this man is like it's a completely different. Don't get me wrong.
The final whistle.
Hold on.
And sweating for...
Don't get me wrong. Like of course, we're rooting for our African teams. You know, like we love all our African stuff. But Manchester City, my team, and Holland, my favorite player. So I was like, okay. What? Copyright.
After one of the worst documentaries.
Wait, hold on. What do you mean copyright? Hold on. I know you lying. Well, I guess I gotta chill. That makes no sense. They're literally watching a soccer game back. Like what, bro? Hold up. That might have just blew me. No doubt. What was copyright though? Was it the game? You're not serious. Hold up. Gang, what? Well, looks like it'll come back. Hold on. That might have just blew me. Hang on. Oh, well, it's back now. So that's so dumb. Anyways, let's get to the regular reacts, bro. But Yeah, man, that was a great atmosphere. For real. Sure, let's see.
Everyone loves a new beginning.
Okay. Let's start first. So, YouTube, welcome back to another video. Today we have the hell of starting a new school. I ain't gonna lie, I can relate. Moving around, having to adapt to new environments all the time, bro. Being the new kid every year, man, that was rough. Especially when it came to high school, bro. That was rough. So, I'm probably gonna relate to a lot of these points. So, let's see. Let's get into it, bro. Let's do it. Oh, and shout out Carton Wallace for the video. Let's see.
Everyone loves a new beginning, a fresh start. Like when payday comes and your bank balance gets a fresh start to go back to zero again, or when women go on spiritual retreats to reset their body counts to zero and turn to religion, which is...
That's a thing. I thought it was just baptizing. Wow. Wow. Okay.
extremely ineffective because pouring some water over your head is unable to cleanse the many souls embedded inside of you. But negative...
Okay, alright. Let's get back on the school topic, shall we?
Negativity aside, these fresh starts give you the opportunity to start afresh and grow. Well, for like a couple days or so, maybe a week, then you fall back into bad habits. Like, let's be real, who really stuck to their New Year's resolutions? They're just performative New Year's motivations at this point. I don't even bother setting them anymore because last year my goal was to make 50,000 in a year. I'll be honest, I don't even think
I too. And I think I only made like 400. Wait. 425 and like 60 cents.
I made 5, and I knew that was gonna happen anyway. It's just that those fireworks indicating it's a new year gave me that false sense of security, false sense of motivation. But all that waffle aside, my point is that fresh starts are a great thing, and as we're approaching the end of summer and kids in the UK are getting their exam results, which I am very much not pleased about. I got 3 B's, I was projected 3 A's. I even thought I might have got an A star or 2 to open the paper and see I got 3 B's. It had to be dashed in the bin with immense urgency. So yeah, for me and lots of other kids, there are going to be a lot of fresh starts. Maybe for some other people, they'll have academic fresh starts like going on to universities, going on to sixth forms. God bless all of them. For people like me that did terrible on their A-level results, selling feet pics might have to be the only method. And that's not an exaggeration.
Here's the thing. Yes, there will come a point that school will stress you out, but no, cause like now, there are some people that after graduation or like they dropped out, and what they chose to do after they dropped out actually had me rethinking life. I ain't gonna count, cause now it's actually coming back to my head. Like, I think she is. Let me calm. Let me stop.
With my credentials, I don't think I'm allowed to partake in the rat race. However, most people aren't failures like myself, so they are going to be starting new schools. But this fresh start is not great because it comes with an insurmountable amount of stress and potential heart palpitations because you have to worry about getting everything ready and everything perfect. For example, to my ladies out there, you have to get your hair, nails, makeup, all that done. For my males out there, you gotta make sure you get a haircut done and a lot of other stuff and millions of other.
You gotta walk in with a fresh trim first day out of the new school, especially. You gotta set the tone. You gotta set the tone, because if you don't, everybody gonna remember you from the first time they saw you, and after that, cooked. As you can see, I learned my lesson. Cause I never tried to, like, you know, be the center of attention or like get a bunch of eyes on me. So like, maybe because I wasn't trying so hard, people people straight up took me as a bum. I promise you. I'm gonna tell them stories. I think I already told some of them stories, but like, I never really went in depth. Like, how? Like, playing basketball and trying to talk to girls, bro. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I had to fight back for my pride and my manhood, bro. I swear. I didn't even have an ego. They killed. That was already dead by the time I got there. Like, oh my goodness. We gonna talk, bro. We gonna talk, bro.
People are trying to do the same thing, so now it's not only mentally stressing but also financially stressing your bank account, because barbers, hairdressers are going to be upcharging the prices because everyone.
Oh god, y'all be on Instagram, bro, and all them hairstylists be doing them back to school flyers, and they upcharge from like $40 from the last time. Okay, I be like, yo, I be feeling bad for females sometimes. Like, women cost a lot. Wait, let me say this so that you understand. Like, women maintenance cost a lot. Whew, I said myself. Women maintenance cost a lot. So like, y'all gotta put a lot of money into yourselves. You know, hair, makeup, nails, all that. So like, I get it. So that's like, I be feeling so bad. I be feeling so bad. Us men, shit, you got a good haircut, gang, you really don't care about nothing else. It got to a point we was not wearing deodorant. I ain't gonna lie. Then I hit the soundtrack, but we can't sit in silence like that.
And that's not exaggeration. But regardless of the rambunctious price, you are going to have to pay it because you need to ensure you're in tip.
If you're a man too, start cutting your hair. I'm serious. I've saved like $1,000, bro. I promise you. Instead of doing them $40 every 2 weeks, bro, I saved myself for the last 3 years. I was messing myself up for a year, but like late 2024, we've been good, bro. Saved a lot of money. So go ahead. If y'all need some mirrors or like, you know, what type of hair cutting stuff, I use trimmers still. I ain't gonna lie. Keep it all the way above you. I still use trimmers. I've never actually cut myself with clippers. That I probably will never do. Because the trimmers get the job done. I don't really care. So, like, I go back to school next week. I'm probably finna go to my garage with my LED mirror. My 3-way mirror, by the way. Come on here. And get right. We out. You know what I'm saying? So, start cutting your hair. I start with YouTube. Get myself a lot of bald spots. But now we're here. So,
condition to tackle the first challenge of starting a new school, which is making new friends. And in some cases, people are.
Oh my gosh. All my friends I made were through sports, bro. If I wasn't good at sports, I would have never made no friends. I ain't gonna lie. Because I just didn't. I didn't have the socialization to relate to nobody else except sports. Because I didn't have no video games. I didn't have money. Damn. I was very reserved and quiet, lonely for a lot of my life. So, the only thing we could relate on was sports. And if we couldn't relate on that, I ain't gonna lie, we had nothing else to talk about. So, yeah.
Are blessed enough to start a new school and still have some of their old friends go to the same school, but most people don't have that luxury. They have to start from scratch and build their new friend group, and more often than not, you would have to go outside your comfort zone and be friends with types of people who you would never normally be friends with. And for the first month,
but those be the best types of people though. Like, actually, bro, like, I think 4th and 5th grade, I had a white friend. She was lesbian. We was best friends. We was best friends, bro. Like, I think we dated. Did we date? I think we dated for like 2 weeks. And after that, she's my best friend. Put me out to another girl in 5th grade. That went. The ending of 4th grade. And then that girl cheated on me on field day.
therefore so it's almost impossible to make friends.
Why I remember that? That's so stupid.
Because everyone's trying to act cool, everyone's trying to be popular, everyone's just trying to fit in. So you're gonna be changing friends every 2 to 3 days. Everyone's gonna have their fake personalities, putting on an act. They're gonna have guys trying to be mysterious, trying to get attention from the girls. You're gonna have guys doing way too much for the female attention. And I'm not gonna lie, when I first started secondary school and sixth form as well, I was that guy. Especially sixth form, and I promise you, you do not want to be that guy, because it can just fry your PR instantly. And then you're gonna have the guys that are trying to be overly popular, overly cool with everyone, overly chummy with everyone, just trying to bet.
Don't do that. Don't do that, because let me tell you, all them boys that try to do that now, ain't none of those people that you was trying to impress around you no more, bro. And like, at first I was like, dang, everybody over there, and I'm here by myself, but like, bro, you literally see it unfold in your eyes. Everybody starts separating. Cause nobody really cares that much. Humans are naturally selfish. So whatever benefits them, they're gonna do it. It does not matter. Humans are naturally selfish. We all go for what makes us happy. We all do it, bro. So like, and I tried to be unselfish, and then people started messing me over. So now I kind of went back to my selfish ways, and I ain't gonna lie, it doesn't feel as good, but at the same time, it was necessary. It was necessary, because now I'm cooling, I'm by myself. You know what I'm saying? I hope to, you know, venture out and collabs and after meet other people, but as of right now, the YouTube grind, been going up for the last 2 years. Like, we're focused. I'm focused on me, and I should have been focused on me a long time ago. And I was literally more focused on me a lot more back then. We probably would have been further than where we are right now. But I kept putting other people's needs first, and don't do what I did. Don't do what I did and put others before yourself. Always put yourself first, and if they really, really cherish you, they will respect you. Facts. Let's get back though.
Make friends with everyone. And if you're anything like me, with a mild case of social anxiety, or just a major case, or just overall can't be bothered, you're not gonna bother chatting to anyone. You're not gonna socialize. You're not gonna have deep.
Buddy, what are you doing? There's no way you got hot during the making of the video. Or there might be a type of message that is in this video. You gotta peep. I pay attention. Real different. I'm telling you. Facts.
A connection with anyone. You're just gonna be classmates with everyone, and no one's really gonna be cool with you. And then your school life is going to be absolutely miserable.
This was literally me in class. Bro, I promise you. Dang. I would sit well, I don't know what that, but oh, this is a soccer game. Oh, I'm tripping. I thought it was actually like an orientation one with the seat stuff. I would actually just sit like this, bro. Every class except math, because I actually had to do something. But like every class, bro, I would sit there like this every day, and I just look around and I'd be like, bro, what am I doing here? I probably every day, bro. I was so mad. Like, I hated school at one point, bro. I kind of still do. And these last 3 months, even though I've been by myself, I've somewhat been at peace because I don't have to deal with those people anymore. Because, like, I'm graduating from high school. But, like, bro, it be days. Yeah, God is good, bro. That's all I gotta say. Oh, man. I would've. Ooh. You know how many times I did this, bro? Like, gang. I promise you. I was almost there. But then I caught myself. And God said chill. So I said, alright.
You're gonna go to school miserable, and then you're gonna come home miserable. And it's kinda your fault.
Come home miserable too. telling you. I used to stare at the wall when I came home, bro. I swear to God. I swear to God. I used to come home and stare at the wall. I had no video games, bro. No TV. I was like, bro. I hated, bro. I hated my life. I hated my life for so long, bro. And like now I just see stuff differently. I'm still kind of disdained a little bit, but like, you know, I don't have as much anger in my heart as I do, as I used to. Because before it was bad, bro.
And a trend with these types of people is instead of admitting that they're too nervous to talk to people and make friends, they will act like they are morally superior beings and make it seem like they choose to not have friends. And as someone who used to be this type of person, I promise you.
And that's what some people would think of me, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I would just see how some people are, and I just didn't want to interact with whatever they had going on. And then another side of me, I just didn't have anything to say. I swear, like I would actually, there were times I would try to make conversation. I would say 2 words and that would be it. I wouldn't talk for the rest of the day. Like, I just had nothing to say. Because I already hated my environment. So why am I even going to talk in it, bro? I'm telling you. And if they say, if you got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. And I didn't have nothing nice to say, bro. Because before you say I was, you know, a lot of people said a lot of things that weren't nice to me. But if I did it back, you don't fight fire with fire. So I just decided to just put water on the fire and not say nothing. And it saved myself from a lot of problems. But even now when I speak up about certain things that did bother me, people do get mad. But now you can't really care. Because people are going to talk anyway. Let that be a life lesson. Alright?
We do not choose to not have friends. However, joining in late in the school year is a justified reason to have no friends and not want to socialize with anyone, especially in secondary school. You will be the center of attention, and if you lack even the slightest, make even the slightest mistake in front of your peers, like
your entire PR is cooked. I'm telling you, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. There are stories that need to be told. Should have been a villain. I should have been a villain, boy. I'm telling you. Oh my God.
in class one time, or even if you walk weird or your hair is slightly off, you will be picked on. And if you're from another country and you have an accent, don't even bother going to school, stay home. You will be bullied, and not in a joking fun way either. Same thing if you're a girl and you're joining the school year late, because you will most likely be bullied. You could be doing everything right, but if you're not a 10-10 in everyone's eyes, you will face scrutiny. People make it seem like you're more butters than you actually are. Like there was this one girl in year 10, she was a cool 8 out of 10, she joined the school year late. She had a little bit of attitude, her personality made her stand out a little bit, but everyone was moving like she was mad butters, all because one person said she was butters, and then she just had that title and then it stuck, and then over time she just left for school. But what's even worse than making friends and socializing with new people is how much of a step up the work is. And this doesn't matter about the age. You could be good.
Oh god, yeah, because think about it, you gotta introduce yourself, your name, tell where you came from, what school you came from, what state you were born in, why are you here. You don't even know the answer to that question. And then what else? You see any girls you like, play any sports, what's your schedule? You want to come to this place after school, but then you just know it's some BS, so you're not trying to go. If you're not trying to go, then you call it boring, and if you call it boring, then nobody likes you. If nobody likes you, you have no friends. That's literally how it goes. Or if you're in the comments, you can tell me I'm lying. But that's literally how it goes every time. Every time, bro. Every time it was something. If you didn't want to fit in with the crowd didn't like you. And they actually had no reason to not like you. Except that you just didn't want to be around them. If somebody doesn't want to be around you, how are you going to dislike them? They didn't do nothing directly to you. They just don't want to be around you. You can't force interaction. Because if you force interaction, that's what makes it awkward. Then you probably say some things that you don't like, and then that creates problems, bro. I don't want problem. I know you don't want problem. So let's just keep it cordial. I always respect people. Always respect people. Because you never know what somebody's going through. But always respect people. But you don't have to be friends with everybody. You really shouldn't. I ain't gonna lie. You really shouldn't. You really should.
Going into nursery, primary, secondary, sixth form, uni, the work is always a big step up, especially from nursery to primary school, which is never talked about. In nursery, we just did drawing, played with toys, and occasionally we did a count up to 10. When I went to primary school, I found out there were numbers past 10. I found out my right and left hand were for actually writing. I learned how to form actual sentences. I was in disbelief. Every day I went to primary school, I was learning millions of new things that I would then go back home and reiterate to my parents. Like back then, learning about states of matter and magnetism felt like I took a giant gulp of a forbidden fruit of knowledge. It felt like the dark arts. It felt like I was a magician. I was doing something that I shouldn't be doing. Learning about minor physics for the first time genuinely made me have aspirations of going to space or becoming an astronaut. I really had big hopes for my science career. But when I went to secondary school and then sixth form, I realized that there's really levels to this science stuff, and I'm telling
you, bro. Once everything before high school was amazing, bro. It was amazing. And then high school, they just start getting technical and all these terms. They start putting letters in math, which really pissed me off, bro. Like, bro, algebra was okay. Then we get to geometry and plus, gang, I swear, I hated my life, bro. I hated my life. Bro, I used to love math, bro. I was top in third grade, right? I was top of my class. We had a chart. I was top of my class in times tables, bro. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. They would time us. You know the little time they would time you to see how many you could get right. I would be the only one to finish my entire paper, bro. I tell you, I used to love math. And then I hit 10th grade geometry. And then I started liking ELA more. When I started liking ELA more, that's when I knew something was wrong. That's when I knew. I liked typing essays rather than solving X and Y. Does that make sense? No, it didn't. But somehow I just preferred it. Cause all this triangles and angles and circumference and radius, bro, fries that. No. Absolutely, this was my face. This was my face every time they started talking about that, bro. I swear, bro.
not built for it. And the same can be said about maths. I used to be a mathematical genius, but as soon as it touched secondary school, they started talking about letters in maths, and it makes you feel like a dumbass because everyone else somehow gets it. But I'm not gonna lie, I took full.
That's cap. Nobody understood anything. So that's why we all come to class and we all just sit here like this. Bro, people were genuinely crying in class. Bro, I'm telling you don't understand how deep this gets, bro. There were some people that were so sad when it came to test day, gang. I'm telling you, bro, it was that bad. It was that bad, bro. Imagine crying about math equations. It was that bad. I don't know why they did that to math, bro. There's no need. There's literally no need for all that. Like, why are we putting X and Y? To this day, that don't make sense. Because I'm not even using... Bro. This game's so stupid. Like... Or even just leave X and Y, bro. They start having I. Sometimes A. Hell, they might put a V in there if they feel like... Bro, like... Oh my gosh.
advantage of this. I was using the act dumb riz in year 7 and year 9 maths to get girls I like to help me. But I assure you, I was genuinely struggling though.
That was the method though. I ain't gonna lie.
But the worst jump is from GCSE to A levels. You need to be doing like 15 hours a week of revision to get good grades. It's like a part-time.
Said what? Oh, that's the wrong one. Oops. Hold on. He said how many hours? Let's all listen in closely. Hold on.
Levels. You need to be doing like 15 hours a week of revision to get good grades. It's like a
Cap. Nah, 15. No.
part-time job. A part-time job of unpaid labor. Basically slavery. It's not for the faint-hearted. And what's worse is that it's as difficult as it is time-consuming. So you'll begin to question your place at that academic institution. But on top of that, you have greater apparel access, which is a bad thing because you need to be...
Oh my gosh. Choosing what you're gonna wear in the morning, bro, when you really don't want to go anyways. Like, there were so many aspects to why school is just unnecessary stress, bro. You couldn't even figure out what underwear you wanted to wear, bro. There were times I'd be in my drawer, bro, and then I just stare at my underwear. Like, I don't even want to, like, someday, bro, they thought about free, bro. I didn't even care. I just didn't care anymore. I'm telling you, like, let a little shower in the morning was a struggle, bro. I ain't gonna lie. My bad. I'm reminiscing. I'm sorry.
Conscientious of your fit every single day since you're no longer in school uniform. And I don't get how Americans can bear with the stress of wearing their own clothes every day, because I feel like you have to plan months in advance the fit you will wear on your first...
Oh God, I ain't gonna lie, I was planning weeks ahead. No, I'm lying. I would plan a couple days. So like, I'd be in my closet, right? I'd be like, okay, this pant, this shirt with this hoodie combo. But wait, that might look better on Thursday, because Thursday I can see what's the name, and then Friday I can just throw on a big hoodie and then call it for next week Tuesday. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would just circle back my clothing, and I was probably wearing the same 5, 6, 7 outfits every month. You didn't hear that from me. Pretend you didn't hear that.
First day to set pace and let everyone know you're a fashionista. Like, I've started planning my first day of uni fit since April, and I
ain't gonna lie, I have been planning mine too. I don't know what I'm gonna wear my first day. But I only got one class and it's like 8:30 to like 9 something. And then I'm done. So like, it's my first day, but it's not my first day for real. It's like my first morning. So like, do I even get dressed for real? I might explore campus, you know, like walk around and do all that stuff, but I don't know. I gotta see, bro. I gotta see it.
Start at the start of October. And not just the fit, I got the hype boosters ready as well, because naturally I can't let girls know I'm 5'7" on the first day there, because that is absolutely bad.
For all my short people, do y'all actually wear hype boosters? I wouldn't know. I'm like 6'5". Okay, don't get mad at me though. I just want to know. I'm not flexing.
Bad for the brand. However, there is a slight dilemma, because for some strange reason people from my 6th form are now going to the university I'm going to, so that means I have to configure an excuse to tell them as to why I've suddenly grown 5 inches in the space of less than 3 months. But it gets even worse.
The one bonus about going to a new school though, you have an entire new identity, bro, because nobody knows you. You can just start fresh, start a whole new life. You can reborn yourself, literally. You could be a bum at one school. Your mama tell you, hey, we move in South Side. Come to South Side, you the GOAT. Literally, I'm telling you, I didn't do it. I didn't know how, you know. I was trying to be me, but they didn't like that, so. you can just change your whole life by moving.
Because there are people from my secondary school that are also going to my university, and those are the same people that remember me from when I was eating food off the ground. So that is going to be absolutely terrible for the PR. So I may have to consider my first day fit and go with something with a little bit more elegance. However, I'd advise not trying too hard for the first day fit because you will also face scrutiny. Well, at least in London.
Yeah, then they say you try too hard. Like, it's always something with you niggas, bro. I swear, it's always something. Y'all always got something to say. Shut up your mouth. Especially being African, bro. Bro, there was nothing I could wear and people would not say something. If I was Nigerian, it would have been worse. Or they would ask me, do I eat fufu for breakfast? Bro, I'm telling gay, I've been through a lot. I hate school. It's because of you people. Be honest.
Because they complain about slightly anything different. So I'd advise keep it simple but still look like you have some type of steez. And if you're moving away to university, please take what I said into account, because you are in a different area, so your brand image, your PR is everything, and don't do anything silly to tarnish it. But yeah, good luck to everyone starting a new school, and good luck to everyone going back to school.
W video, man. He ain't turn out one lie. Oh, he ain't turn out one lie, so yeah, man. Oh, the heck. Yeah, man. School can get rude to this, bro. So you gotta be on your P's and Q's, and you gotta make sure you stand at 10 toes at all times. Alright? Be your own boss. Don't let nobody tell you different. But be real different. Appreciate y'all for watching, man. Catch up with you in the next one. Peace out. Alright. Let's say. Oh, that's right. Let's see. Next we got. Let's see. It's kind of dumb.
Let me ask you all.
There's this. Okay. YouTube was good. Welcome back to another video. Today we have the internet is finally turning on Gideon. Now I'm a little late to this video, but I ain't gonna lie. I was seeing this and I was really confused. Like, maybe something got to do with EDP or something. Like, I don't really understand. So let's see what this is really talking about, bro. Let's get into it, bro. Let's go. Let's see.
Came out about YouTuber d.i.f.f.e.r.e.n.t, you would think that he would be who the internet is calling the villain. But the internet is turning their sights onto somebody else that was a part of catching d.i.f.f.e.r.e.n.t and claiming he's actually the biggest villain of them all.
I feel like I was a victim of EDP, but I think I was mainly a victim. This is gonna sound crazy, but mainly a victim of Gideon.
YouTuber Gideon claimed for years that he didn't.
Wait, what? Wasn't she the decoy? No, bro. No, don't tell me. Don't tell me, bro. We already had enough this year, bro. We've already had enough this year, bro. Please.
Know exactly the full story behind the whole d.i.f.f.e.r.e.n.t situation, but he did claim that there was going to be a documentary that would come out that would reveal all and make his name look so much better.
I think the documentary the documentary is gonna tell all.
But now that the documentary is out and claims are being made on his name, even some of his biggest fans and supporters are starting to turn their back on Gideon.
I am a huge fan of Gideon's content. I watch almost every single one of his videos, but after watching the d.i.f.f.e.r.e.n.t 445 documentary and seeing all the details that was released on how he and Skeeter Jean botched the EDP 445 situation that they had, and the way that he treated the victim, Kayla Hoskins, it really is starting to make me question if Gideon is really a good person.
And even though Gideon...
Oh, she wasn't a decoy. Wait. She was a decoy or a victim? This was a wow. Hold on, let me keep watching. They might remember me, bro. I think they were trying to catch him. I don't know.
Gideon has come out making a video with receipts proving that everything that Kayla said wasn't 100% factual and that she's actually targeting him. There are still fans that are coming for his head because they're not really questioning Gideon's involvement in the content of it all when it comes to the EDP 445 catch. They're asking themselves, has Gideon really changed and banned his old ways as a content creator for the better of him and society? If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's gonna go a long, long way. We're like really close to 185. I think we actually might get it today with this upload. You gotta be a part of that group that does hit that subscribe button. Now, back into the video. Look, I and other YouTubers have discussed the disgusting nature of the documentary that came out covering EDP 445. Not necessarily because of how EDP 445's actions were, albeit we can all agree that those were disgusting in and of itself, but the nature as to how they went about doing the documentary and the things that we discovered behind closed doors that got...
Okay, now that I see, let me try to remember. It was some app, right? He tried to meet up with her. And okay. Was she a victim or a decoy? Because they were trying to catch him. So is everybody saying that this was planned? Like, they put this on him? I'm so confused, bro. Do I need to watch? I'm not trying to watch that documentary, bro. That shit look disgusting. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not trying to watch that shit.
Them to even catching EDP 445. And this is where Gideon enters the situation. Gideon was a part of one of the first catches, or at least attempts to catch EDP 445 in the act of texting underage people. But how he did it was very, and I do mean very, questionable based off of this documentary.
I think I was mainly a victim of Gideon. I feel like I was his puppet because I was just like kind of doing the things he demanded me to do. He encouraged me to keep talking to him.
This is Kayla, the 15-year-old decoy who was actually a 15.
Okay, decoy. I'm so good. Okay, I'm like, what? There's no issues of it. Like, Gideon. Okay, she was a decoy. I knew I was tripping.
In real life that was used in order to catch EDP 445 in an investigation about texting a minor. Now, what most people don't know is you can't do that. You can't use somebody that's actually a 15-year-old, somebody who's actually underage, in order to try to get them, the person that is being involved in this underage act, caught up. You have to use a decoy. Like, that's a pretty common thing in this situation. People started questioning the morals and ethics of the different things that Gideon and Skeeter Jean would do in order to set up EDP 445 before they decided to roll up on him. The documentary...
So it was planned to catch. Okay. Thank you. Clearing it up.
Raises tons of questions about how Kayla, her mother, the evidence, and the police were all handled by the dynamic YouTube content creation duo, all for the sake of content. Hell, even Skeeter Jean himself even says that they prioritize the content of it all, which would ultimately lead to a non-arrest of EDP 445.
I think there possibly maybe could have been different results in this case if me and Gideon did not confront EDP or take the situation into our hands at all. You know, that way obviously there's no content there, so it's like, eh.
And so while people were watching a documentary about a disgusting human being,
yeah, respect for that, admitting that. They prioritize the context to like the actual what was really going on. So, cause when that hit the news, boy, oh my goodness, that shit was everywhere. All the blogs, it was trending for like, I think 3-4 weeks, bro. And shoot, Gideon, really, Gideon, he kind of hit like a second blow after that, cause it was like he got his ass too. Like, it was crazy.
They started to lay down the evidence, lay down the decision making, lay down what brought these two to this point about how they would go about making this content. And it seems as though they found another villain in Gideon in a movie that was supposed to be about a villain EDP-445. The strangest part about all of this is that it is not just people who consume this documentary that know nothing about Gideon who are bringing his feet to the fire. Some of these people are actually fans. These are the people that actually give him the benefit of the doubt in these different situations, yet they are wanting to have questions be answered about the decision making and the choices that were made about this whole investigation that him and Skeeter Jean had. What really made me want to look into this story is because Gideon actually does come out and respond to all of the allegations that happened, but even in that response, you have a certain subsection of people who are still looking at him as if he is crazy. This tweet from a Twitter user says, one of these children was predictably groomed by EDP, and Gideon, instead of properly stepping in, used her as a decoy. Huge crime to use minors as decoys. So he could dress up in a cupcake costume with Skeeter Jean outside of EDP's dialysis center. Another Twitter user says, I honestly don't know what Gideon thought he was doing when he released his response. Hilariously bad. Gideon's week keeps getting worse. And albeit they...
Okay, should I watch? I might watch that on my own. Like, I don't, maybe I should have watched that first. But I just know Omizi gonna explain it better, so like, I don't know. This is, at the same time, though, they have been trying to target Gideon for like the last few months, bro. Cause like, you go on my channel, bro, like, most of my viewed vids were like what, or it was like news about Gideon, whether he was causing commotion, like he got his fans arrested or something, causing a disturb, like, you know what I'm saying? It's, I don't know. Like, he don't even stream no more because he said it just makes him into a bad person. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Do have some credibility there. I don't think that titling a video, I invited a known pred to a Discord server full of minors to see what would happen, is probably...
Yeah, that's kind of a crazy title. Man, you did, I'm changing that. Oof.
Probably the way that you would go about a response video, but hey, you gotta get the clicks and the views, right? That's what Skeeter said. Where's the content in that? So what exactly does his response say? For what it's worth, Gideon does clear things up, but it doesn't address the bigger question that's being asked in the conversation that is new about Gideon. And what has been a he said, she said so far, Gideon drops a response video titled My Side of the EDP doc, in which he provides receipts, Discord messages, iMessages, police documents, and a bunch of different evidence that does help clear his side. He addresses a lot of the serious, and I do mean serious, allegations and narratives that Kayla, the 15-year-old decoy, has placed on him as to his involvement in the whole EDP capturing situation. He starts it off by clarifying the fact that he did not find a 15-year-old and place that person in front of EDP, which I think is actually very good that he did, because a lot of people are running with that narrative.
The reason why I gladly took the blame for EDP meeting her through my Discord, because at the time, I truly believe that's how he found her, and I wanted to take accountability for my role in this occurring. But as it turns out, Kayla herself in the documentary stated that she had already been messaging EDP before I had even ever added him in my own Discord.
He also clears up the conversation about how the communication went down.
Wait. So she initiated. See, it's too many loose ties. Like, who initiated conversation? If she was actually a victim, so that's why I was saying, is she a victim or a decoy? Because I don't get it. If she initiated before he knew, how did she become a decoy? Like, oh my gosh, bro, not this again, bro.
And more importantly, who played a role in continuing it and how they did that.
Now, fast forward to when I found out about this whole situation. When I first got on the call with her, I let her know I didn't feel comfortable with her talking with her being underage. So I came up with some clever ideas to where we could switch off and I could take over communication and she wouldn't have to. Here's one of those examples that I gave her. Maybe we could say something like, my parents switched providers and I couldn't get my number, so this is my new one. And then it'd be a number that we could text through. And granted, in that call, she did agree that that was a good idea, but she never gave over the communication to me nor Skeeter.
Now, the thing that I would say to Jadion, and this is speaking to his past self, which in later videos he's claimed that he understood and would not do this going forward, is that at that moment, granted, EDP is talking to a 15.
Hold on. Where are the parents involved in all this? That's probably what's not making. Where are the parents at? Like, why is her mom? I don't know, like her mom or like if the president, I don't know, but like some type of guardian should be in the call. Like, this is a serious. This is too serious to just have it be them three. This looks bad. Oh, this looks bad, bro. It should not just be them, unless I'm reaching. I don't know, cause switch out communication. I mean, that's good. My brain hurt. Hold on. Let me just keep
But you have to figure out a way to wipe your hands clean with this situation. Clearly, this is a 15-year-old who has some sort of fandom towards you, a fandom towards the community, all these different things, and how they're going about this is ultimately not going to be beneficial for you. So sure, you got the clicks and views in it of it all. EDP was exposed to a YouTube audience, but the moral and ethical questions come into play. And to be honest with you, rightfully so in some regards, but I just would have moved away from her totally and then set up a separate sting option for EDP-445 in a way that was done properly, as opposed to continue to play around or use a 15-year-old that is not cooperating with you. Otherwise, we end up in a situation where we're ending up in where there's no actual legal action, and now she is, again, I don't think this is right, calling you out for what you've done. The last two big takeaways from this to me was that Jadion disputes any sort of non-involvement with police. He says that he wanted to get the police involved, tried to get the police involved, got the police involved to some extent, but it just didn't go the way that he thought it would go.
Kayla gave me case numbers and detective numbers to call. I called the detective number and it was disconnected, and it took me like till 3 years later to finally find out what police station she went to and everything. And she really doesn't have all the updates and everything, but luckily, since I deal with police so much, kind of figured it out and figured out where to look. And I can confirm that there is a case number associated with the account, meaning that there wasn't a report made. And also, not only was there a report made, but I confirmed with the police station that this case is currently with the FBI. Now, granted, even though it's with the FBI, I don't know if they're still actively investigating it, and I don't know if they'll do anything with all of this, me personally.
Now it's in a situation where he's totally out of the loop as to what's going on, as opposed to being a part of the investigation. But arguably the most damning thing that he needed to clear up, he did when he went out and disputed the claim about him forcing Kayla to be the bait in the whole EDP sting operation. He actually breaks it down about it being her idea to volunteer herself as tribute.
When I realized something was wrong, I spoke to a moderator in Jadion's Discord server. I explained the situation, and soon everyone in the voice call started asking questions. Someone told insight about what happened, and he ended up joining the voice call as well and asked me if I wanted to be bait.
Do you guys remember that VC call that I had showed you guys earlier? That's the VC call that she's alluding to. And the people in the VC were coming up with ideas to get EDP to come out in person. And then Kayla decided to give herself up as tribute.
Lure him to a hotel,
Right.
yeah. Listen, inside.
To be honest, I don't mind doing it, and I don't think my parents would mind.
Again, 15-year-old girl,
Okay, so her parents didn't. Wait. What the fuck? Wait, hold on. We haven't heard one parent talk yet. Unless they didn't want to be, I don't know. Cause unless we gonna check our kids' phones when we get older. I ain't gonna lie, cause this is crazy. This is stupid. Like this whole situation. Oh my goodness.
Don't expect much. So now that Gideon has said his side with receipts and everything like that, it makes the situation look less black and white. Ultimately, it is a good thing that he had cleared his name of, especially like the decoy allegations and things like that. But a lot of the internet is still raising questions about his involvement, the morals and ethics behind the whole sting operation, and why he would do the things that he did. So you forced a teenage girl to keep interacting with a pred, potentially traumatizing her, so you could get your content, dress up like a cupcake and go viral catching him, and the fat bag of is still free. King stupid.
I ain't gonna lie. He might have fried this shit. He might have fried this shit. Cause he's not lying. Oh shit. Oh, this is bad, bro. This is bad. He's not lying. Cause why is he cause if they actually took this more shit, he would have actually been in jail. Damn.
A cupcake and go viral catching him, and the fat bag of is still free. King stupid. Gideon did this 2 years after Alex Rosen's sting and 3 months before his own sting operation on EDP. Gideon knew what he was doing at the time. This wasn't an accident. After that documentary, no one should even be trying to defend Gideon. Dude's a LARPer. And that's where the criticism becomes bigger than just Kayla. For what it's worth, pred catching is still content. You want the big reveal, you want the allegations, you want the dramatization, you want all of these viral.
Yeah, the thing about like the serious aspect kind of goes out the window because people make money off this. So it's like, well, you're trying to fund, like, I don't, it's pros and cons. Like, it's so hard to like criticize it at the same time respect it, because it's like the motives can, damn, bro. You're making money off people's safety. Yeah, it's harsh, but like that's kind of what be going on when it comes to this type of thing. I don't know.
Real moments, but what people have to understand is that's different than an investigation, and it's quite clear that based off of the actions, that's exactly what Gideon
And then when you don't bring it to the police and you just do it for the content, that's when it kind of gets, you know, that's when it kind of becomes like, I mean, I might be hypocritical reacting to the video right now, but like those people actually doing the operation, it's like, I'm saying, it makes for good it makes for good content. It's not a third, but like the serious aspect, it kind of blows it out the window.
On it. Less of an actual investigation, but more of a viral moment. Remember, Skeeter Jean even acknowledged that, you know, there wasn't any content if we didn't get involved, even if we fumbled the bag. For what it's worth, I do think that Gideon wanted EDP to be caught, but I do think that Gideon decided that, hey, the content is gonna come first. When you involve content in these serious matters, sometimes you throw away your morals and your ethics because there is a viral video, a clip, or a banger to follow. Now, normally people would chalk this up to this being years ago, but that's not the case this time.
Because now what it's doing is giving people a reason to say something. Because now, like how I just said what I said, he just said the same thing. Like, people who actually, you know, already trying to tear you down are now going to use this against you to tear you down even more. It's, I don't know. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. And I'm saying, like, it's one of those situations right now.
Either. Literally last month, Gideon admitted that sometimes that content can get in front of my decision making and judgment calls, and ultimately the end result is worse than it had to be.
Where are you arrested? Disorderly person. You're out here yelling. Disorderly.
It was a good thing he acknowledged that, because I'm not a friend. It's a good thing he acknowledged that, because, you know, not too many people realize that. Like, even how I talk to y'all, about how like I was forcing content because, you know, I was still trying to, you know, go up and all that stuff. Like, what the heck? Whatever. Trying to go up in content, all that stuff. So like, you know, sometimes you forget about your own well-being, like how you're actually really feeling doing this. So sometimes like you actually gotta step away from this, like, you know, actually process what you're doing. But you know what I'm saying?
It's worse than it had to be.
I'm to realize that, you know, genuinely streaming makes me the worst me, you know.
I think that's a very insightful revelation about Jadion and how the impacts of streaming and streaming culture can make content creators push things to a different boundary. A conversation that I think a lot of streamers and content creators should be having to themselves. In that same conversation, Jadion talks about how seeing a chat say that a stream is boring or unentertaining can make him push things to a different level and go further than it needs to be. And I think that that's ultimately something that plagues a lot of streamers and content creators. Bear with me for a second. If you've ever noticed in any of the streamer clips or videos or moments that are going viral, you will see that they will do something, and then immediately after doing something outrageous or saying something outrageous, what is the first thing that they do? They go and they pick up their phone and they look at their phone for a second and they're quiet. The reason why they're quiet is because they are taking it.
They want to see if that reaction was good enough to get your attention. I ain't gonna lie, I do it too. I do it too. I'd be a hypocrite say I didn't do it too. Like, the clips, I ain't gonna lie. Clips are a streamer's best friend. No question about it, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you might emphasize yourself a little bit. Sometimes, you know, you might say a lot more than you really need to, but at the same time, it comes with the job, because y'all want to be entertained. If we're not entertained, you're going to click off. Like, you know what I'm saying? They do their best to, you know, keep you here as long as they can, because that makes some money. It runs up their numbers. You know what I'm saying? People, that's why they say real content is kind of dead, because it's like, a lot of people be faking their content, bro. Remember Roman Atwood and Vitaly, all them dudes, like, the adrenaline or like the crazy shit they be doing, that would make you come back and watch it every time. But sometimes all that crazy shit can be your biggest downfall. Like Vitaly's in Russia in jail or something like that. Like, bro, sometimes you gotta remember real life content. You gotta defer that. And Tyler just brought it, talking about it's just content. Not everybody think everything's just content. Like, gang, bro, we gotta chill. Cause somebody gonna get hurt, bro. Somebody gonna get hurt, bro. People already getting hurt. We gotta stop this, bro. Money can do a lot of things, but safety, bro, it's getting bad.
And how chat is reacting to said moment. And further down the line, if you notice, they'll do one of two things. They'll see a chat that's positive and say, hey, this is the lane that I should continue to go down. Or they'll see a chat that's negative and they'll try to switch up. And normally their switch up is, let me push a little bit further. That's exactly what Jadion is suffering from, and what I think he's been suffering from for a long time. If you look at Jadion's prankster career, he has made a living and a name for himself, pushing the boundaries over and over and over and over.
Okay. The thing, see, I smile when I see them videos. Like, you know what I'm saying? With those videos, he was dead ass just not doing nothing for real, for real. It only got to a point, the moment I think he really took it that far as the Gatorade. That whole operation was crazy. I ain't gonna lie. But, you know, everything else, going to Walmart, trolling people, you know, some people don't want to be bothered, you know what I'm saying? But, like, there were times he wasn't doing nothing and people would attack him. Like, and, like, as a viewer, you know what I'm saying? Even to do it in the beginning of the video, like, you know what I'm saying? Those are the best times of my life, bro. Just a Jadion video, bro, and you got some food with you, gang. The best 20-30 minutes of your life, bro. And he don't do it no more. Because at the same time, people were losing their jobs because of him. So it's like, I don't know. Or he probably was exposed in the business too much. I don't know, bro. I'm gonna be hypocritical because I did like them videos. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like, oh, but he was just terrible. We all enjoyed OGN, bro. I thought he was back for a second. I low-key thought, but.
And after a situation that got pushed to the extreme limits of somebody that he was pranking getting fired at Target, d.i.f.f.e.r.e.n.t decided to turn down that whole lifestyle and turn to a Christian route. He wanted to ditch the prankster content and pick up a Bible. And I'm not questioning
videos like this. Come on, bro. This is a classic, yeah. I remember I left my ass off to this video, bro. I told myself I was gonna do the same thing if I ever started a YouTube channel, or like started doing it for real. But I ain't have no cameraman. But like, he paved the way for a lot of content that you see nowadays. So you can't even sit here and say that you didn't like what he was doing, because some streamers and YouTubers have taken all the stuff he ever did and just changed it a little bit, bro. He low-key started a lot of trends. So we can't even sit here and pretend like he didn't, bro.
He wanted to ditch the prankster content and pick up a Bible. And I'm not questioning that pathway that he went down. I think it's actually very admirable that he decided to put that lifestyle away. But ultimately, maybe it was due to chat. Maybe it was because there was this good thing in catching these people that text underage people that he thought was going to be good for him. The extreme content ultimately crept back into his life. Instead of messing with strangers, he decided that he was going to expose these people who are doing these heinous acts. And again, while that is admirable, there's still an element of confrontation, conflict, and other things that still calls for.
He's still not doing it the right way. That's the biggest problem. And it started since the beginning. He hasn't been doing it the right way because EDP should be in jail, bro. And the fact that he's not shows that Jayon wasn't really doing the right method, let alone the whole operation wasn't really structured to keep doing this. So now it's starting to look as if like content is the only thing that fuels him keep doing, like, because if he's not doing that, like, and he said he don't want to do the prankster content, there was nothing really else for him to do. Because I think he was doing all them Bible studies, and you know the guy, like, I think talks with pastors on the stream, like, you know what I'm saying? But I think after a while he stopped that, so I don't know, bro. I don't know.
For a push to be had. But ultimately, in the lane of the pred catching field, there are some levels of danger that are involved in it that I don't think Jadion or these other people really realize. You see, a prank video can get Jadion kicked out of a grocery store or, you know, a public facility or whatever the case may be. But a pred catch can involve way too many people on serious things and serious allegations. And if fumbled and not done properly, you can ultimately end up in a situation where you've done all this work. Maybe you've got the public embarrassment of it all, but ultimately you just have one more pred walking the streets, not necessarily facing the justice that they should be facing. So when Kayla's allegations came out right after Jadion himself admitted that content can make him push situations further, people started connecting the dots. The content changed, the intentions of it all changed, but people are really questioning whether Jadion's instincts to push the content further ever did change. And that's why Jadion can have a reasonable response to the things that he was involved in with the documentary, and people still not want him back. For what it's worth, Jadion's response to the whole situation does clear up a lot of different things. He said that he would take over communication. He said that he didn't push her to the point of, you know, being the decoy. He didn't place this 15-year-old in front of EDP as a means to like use her as some sort of bait. And for what it's worth, I think that that context matters and it should be spoken about. So this isn't about saying Jadion secretly never changed or that his intentions with EDP were evil. That's not why people are turning on him. They're seeing a pattern. Jadion became famous by pushing situations further for content. He eventually tried leaving that behind through Christian.
There it is. There it is. There it is. He keeps pushing the limit to see how far he can take it, because that brings more views. And that's gotta stop.
Christianity. Then Pred catching gave him a reason to make extreme content again. And now we're seeing what happens when the same instincts exist in situations where the consequences are much, much more serious. Skeeter Jean can admit how the content of it all affected their confrontation and approach to EDP. Hell, Gideon wore a full-on cupcake outfit for the confrontation. If that's
it was fun. It was funny, but like as you grow up and you really understand what's going on, it's like I'm saying, and I think a lot of his fans are growing up. Like we're getting older, so like it's not like we're trying to be nitpicky, but at the same time we're kind of starting to see and understand what's really going on. So
it's not screaming content, then I don't know what is. The 15-year-old decoy, Kayla, felt as if she was used by the whole process. And just weeks before the whole documentary release, Gideon admitted that entertaining an audience, reading that chat, can get him to do things that he would normally not ever do. Put those morals and ethics away for the content that's supposed to live today. So maybe Gideon did genuinely learn and grow as a person, but now people are questioning whether he learned when that camera needs to be turned off.
Yo, what's good, YouTube?
She pretty much explained the whole story. I might go back and watch this on my own time to get a bit more of an understanding, but content. It's just content, they say, but we gotta chill, bro. We gotta chill. That being said, though, appreciate y'all for watching, man. Catch up with the next one. Peace out. Alright, let's see. We got one more. 2 minutes, we can do it. Alright, YouTube, welcome back to another video. Today we got the toilet bowl of streaming. Kick. You're not lying. That's why I'm on Twitch. But let's go ahead and get into it, bro. Let's do it.
Let me ask you all a question real quick. When's the last time you've seen Kick in your news? There's 3 options.
Every time. It's either it's either Neon, AB, Dean the Great, Chud the Builder. Wait. That was like the news about when he went to jail and stuff. And then I think either Prime or I don't really see Aiden Ross no more. But yeah, it's always some controversial stuff. Really, Neon's kind of chilled out, bro. Neon really don't be doing nothing crazy, but shoot, I can't speak for the rest of them.
Either it was a streamer fighting someone else, a streamer harassing someone random on the street, or 3, both combined and a national news headline to go with it. This whole year, I went without talking about Kick in a video, and it seems like every year and really every new month, there's always a new Kick incident that tops the last in being some of the most insane ever live streamed. Comparing Twitch and Kick, Twitch would be the surface web people typically use, and Kick is the dark web where you can see whatever type of degenerate content to your heart's desire. OnlyFans girls twerking on dudes, guys getting into fights over petty streamers who just say anything for any type of viral.
Yeah, this guy right here. Yeah. I don't know. Kick. I will never. No. Nah, it's just too much. It's too much going on over there.
Reality. It's not really funny looking back when Kick launched on how much hype people had for it, because when it first got launched in December 2022, Twitch itself was pretty much in the dumps. Actually, Twitch is mostly in the dumps when it comes to moderation and who they let slide and who they don't. But before, it was really in the slumps. Twitch was at a point where it was so biased and so sensitive to any little thing you did, it actually became scary for some streamers.
What the fuck? The fuck? Wait, what is
streamers to go live, because you never knew what little quote-unquote infraction Twitch was gonna hit you with. They was running that shit like Alcatraz. Step out of line once and it was over for you. And if you were a full
and Kai really saved Twitch. Nobody want to talk about that. Cause Kai is the reason Twitch is even still here. Let's be honest. Let's actually be honest, bro. Cause by that time Ninja wasn't really, you know what I'm saying? Speed was on YouTube. Like nobody really needed Twitch. But Kai made it to like where like did all these milestones and became #1. So now everybody's trying to get up or try to do what Kai did, but as right now, nobody's really succeeded.
Time streamer, that's your income potentially gone for a day, week, a month, or forever in a snap. So when Kick got announced, a lot of people got hyped saying there's finally a platform that won't ban you for every little thing, which was the start of the end, to be honest. Promoting it like you can do anything you want, what do you expect?
Start taking that a little too far. Oh, I remember them clip, boy. Boy. I don't know what Aiden Ross did, but bro.
Expect to happen. Obviously, you had Aiden Ross, who became the face of it at first to promote it, and they slowly tried recruiting streamers from Twitch to go to Kick. The positive PR for Kick was really there for maybe just the launch of it. It already started off with Aiden Ross, of course, doing wild shit on his streams, and as the person that was supposed to be the ambassador, everyone was gonna follow how the leader was moving. Believe it or not, there was a point where Aiden Ross was bigger than both Kai and Speed. He was even the one to popularize bringing celebs on stream, which is...
Bro, I remember the 21 days, bro. Like, that was my shit, bro. Every day, bro. That was my shit, bro. Like, that's how you pass the time, being in the house all day. So, them times, Aiden Ross, he was getting you through the days, bro. But then, start tripping. Start getting on the line a little too much. All that money. But then Kai was more easier to watch and all that, so transitioned over there, found A&P. Started realizing there's more personalities other places than just Aiden Ross bringing a rapper on, having somebody rap and do all this crazy shit, so... Yeah.
Now a normal thing for streamers. To see him turn into the face of the most degenerate streaming platform is just a pathetic downfall. And you could tell he regrets laying his bed the way he did. Anytime Kai or Speed is mentioned, he constantly is telling his chat how much they don't want to associate with him anymore.
I don't think that you talk about me the same way you would talk about Speed or Kai.
They're not, Sneeko, you know I don't talk to them at a close level. I speak to you every day, right or wrong?
Okay. Damn, I forgot. Them boys don't fuck with him, bro. What was the reason again? I forgot. I think Aiden said something. What was it? Something racist? Or it was like he don't like Kai. I don't know. Cause I remember him and Speed were cool. He was the reason Speed. Is it crazy to say he made Speed? He didn't make Speed. But he most definitely helped him out. We gotta give him that.
Sneeko, you're my close friend. We speak every day. I don't speak to Kai and Speed.
Speed made the smartest PR move of all time by stopping streams with Aiden. Imagine a future of Speed.
Facts. Cause the Speed today would never, if he was around, if he joined in with Aiden and them, Speed would not be the guy he is today, bro. Facts. I'm telling you, bro. No World Cup, no tour, no going to Africa, none of that, bro. He would have been in controversy after controversy in bad areas and doing all this dumb shit. Yeah, God really watching over Speed for real. That's why he's #1 right now.
Going to Aiden's collabs with the worst human beings ever. Guarantee he wouldn't be performing at the World Cup if he did, that's for sure. Also, Aiden Ross's fan base were constantly saying racist shit about Kai and Speed, which, yeah, you can understand why they both don't want to associate with him anymore. So far, every big creator on Kick to make a come up has done it in a controversial way. Like, these streamers are allergic to coming up on streaming in a normal way. The only normal mainstream streamer they have is Neon, but even then he came up in a controversial way.
Buddy in this area was devious, gang. I'm telling you, bro. But he came on his bitch. Well, it's not fun. It's not funny. But like he came on this bitch, started. What was it? Naughty. The diss, the New York diss song. I think it's Naughty. Yeah, Naughty Bob. And then he started dissing all these gangsters or something. Like, Buddy came on this shit tripping. I don't know where. But, like, after that, like, the last year and a half, 2 years, he been cooling. He ain't cooling. He finally gained respect back in the community, and now he's been doing more collabs and, you know, like NBA players and, you know, people from Twitch. So, I'm saying, good people can change. People can change. So that's why you never look down on nobody for real, even if they are doing some dumb shit, bro. People change.
It seems like the streamers that make a come up every year get worse and worse. There's 2 streamers who had the biggest come up this year on Kick.
Neon needs to leave Kick though. If he leaves Kick, he might actually get in better places. Facts. He needs to leave. But at the same time, he is making a lot of money. So like, I guess it's good for him. But like, even if he went to YouTube, he'd be better off. Like, him just being associated with this, in some parts, it makes him look bad. And that's not good for his PR, so.
Dean the Great and Adrian Broner.
Yeah, this was a new duo that just popped up out of nowhere. I promise you, I've never seen none of these dudes in my life. And they just popped up out of nowhere. It turns out he's a former boxer. I don't know what he did.
Operate streams like a duo pretty much, and both got big off boxing. Specifically, Adrian Broner was really big in boxing during the 2010s because of how good he was. I'm not gonna act like I was watching him back then, okay? But from what I've heard from friends, he was really big in the boxing space. Eventually, when his boxing career died down, he decided to later pick up streaming and start making content. Shit, I would too if I had 10 children by multiple different women. Every time. It's always the worst people to have the most children. Like come on. Both of these guys have blown up on streaming off clips being posted. The kick is most of their viral clips are clips of them fighting each other. These dudes are both crash outs. Eventually one of them gets mad for some dumb shit and starts fighting the other.
I'm not gonna fuck with you at all. Nigga. That's cool. I'm popping into me like I did. Nigga, fuck out with all that. You keep playing with me. Stop disrespecting me. No, you disrespecting me. You is though. I'm playing with you. Nigga.
But at first, they did have some funny clips though. Like they're dead ass funny together, but like then they started tripping and doing all this extra shit. Like, I was so confused. I'm like, assault, fighting in the streets. Bro, I was so thrown off. I'm like, wait, I was just laughing at these dudes last week, and now like, this is the content. I don't know. I was so confused.
Let's go, gang. Gang, come on.
But you can tell they do have love for each other though. Like this is never that deep. Cause they always come back and you know they get cool and stuff.
There's more and more clips like this, by the way. It's damn near every other stream they fight each other. For people watching this, I feel like to them it's a Roman Coliseum fight with the people in the stands wanting any blood shed. People in their chats are constantly spamming for them to fight, even in moments where they're not. Adrian Broner also has a crazy drinking problem, and the chat seems to encourage it. This man is passing out on stream, yelling at random people on stream drunk as hell. It's giving vibes.
I think he's in the hospital right now too. That's a sad thing. Like, I don't know, bro. The world can really. I don't know, bro. Like there be sometimes, bro. Like sometimes you'll just scroll and like. There be times I wouldn't touch TikTok or Instagram for like 5 days. Wait, Instagram online. But TikTok, there was some like I wouldn't touch TikTok for like five days to like a week at a time, bro. Cause it was just like, at some point, you really gotta sit down and understand like, while you're at home, either playing video games or eating a bowl of cereal, people are outside doing this. And this is somehow like an everyday thing. That's how you really gotta think about it, like, bro. I'm so glad I'm in the crib, cause like, you go outside and this is what's out there. I ain't gonna lie, I'm good. I'm good, bro. I ain't cap. And Stuff Kick be yo, like some of the stuff you really think is real game, like it's like these not real people, bro. It's simulation over there, bro.
Vibes of stepdad coming home at midnight after an awful work day and being at the bar, then coming home to take it out on his kids. Adrian Broner has had multiple moments on stream where he makes some inappropriate advances on women. There's a specific one where he slaps this girl on her ass after she gets up, completely unprompted, by the way. And when she walked away uncomfortable, he was going to press her about it until he was stopped by Dean. Mind you, this man is 37 and that girl is 19. It's not like age matters because what he did was disgusting to anyone no matter their age, but the age does make it worse. Mind you, he also has daughters as well. I wonder how he'd feel if his daughter grown up had that happen to her by some random dude. And the fact that he did this on camera, I can only imagine how worse he is off camera. Just recently, he also got sued by a woman who was on his stream who accused him of
Emotional this. Yeah, the alcohol. What the okay.
essay. Because this was streamed to the internet, you can actually see the stream online where this allegedly happened. I'm not trying to get this video taken down, so you can fully look at it yourself, but it's not looking good for him. He's proven time and time again how weird he is around women. I wouldn't be surprised if this lawsuit fully goes through and she's successful. And both of their accounts never got any suspension or ban for this. Because in reality, they're too—
And that's the thing about Kick, like, there's no limit to, like, there's no line to draw, so it's like, it just leads to a lot of dumb shit, bro.
Too big for Kick to lose. Kick has such a small amount of streamers who are mainstream, you'd have to do something like kill someone to probably get a ban. The reason why Kick hasn't failed in the way people thought, like it completely shutting down and going ghost, is because Kick has one of the craziest streamer clipping programs of all time. Kick has Discords where they pay people certain amounts to post clips with the Kick logo. So if you ever see a clip with the Kick logo on, you know why. Clavicular himself spends around $650,000 a month on them. Although he says Kick does it for him, I don't know how sustainable this is as a social media ecosystem, but it can't be by that much. You're telling—
I said in the last video, clips are a streamer's best friend, bro. Spent over $500,000 for people to post 30 to 1 minute clips on it. Jeez, gang. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not trying to be a streamer forever, bro. Cause I've seen the YouTube is my first passion, bro. It's my first passion. It's just streams make it drive more waves, and then it builds over time. So like, you know, it's good. It's good to just be known on multiple platforms, but like actually doing this forever, bro. Nah. Streaming, or at least not streaming on Twitch nor Kick, bro. YouTube is YouTube, bro. But like, I don't know.
telling you for the rest of the time they'll be doing this while Kick doesn't make any money. At least with Twitch, they have Amazon backing them. Stake is no Amazon. And you could say with certain Twitch streamers, they pay clippers to post, which is true. But there's also clippers who do it without getting paid directly and just get paid off the views they get. So far, with all the money Kick has spent on clippers, it still only has 11% of the streaming market share. That's honestly better than I thought. I thought it was gonna be like 5%. Also, if they didn't have people like Drake promoting it, the numbers would probably be different. Kick also still lacks in basic things that Twitch has and is slow at adding updates. Just this month, they finally managed to add unban requests. For a company that prides itself on being way better than Twitch, they sure are slow with adding any updates and having any type of smoothness on streaming. I don't know what the they were doing all this time to not have that feature. It's not like it's a brand new feature never made on social media. Kick not having basic features was one of the reasons why it failed at the start. The amount of momentum they had of signing different streamers at the start just for it to die down because—
Oh yeah, when your Rage went, that was like, whoa, Rage going in, like, and then Buddy circled back like what, 6 months later to a year. That's when you knew it was some shit. That's when you knew. And Buddy talking about they tried to get him to pay out. And there's a lot of dirty money that probably was going around. He just didn't want part of that. He probably took some of it, let's be honest. But
they didn't want to update it. Like, it was 100% their fault. Kick not having these features is the equivalent in modern times of a car brand launching and not having Apple CarPlay in it or USB ports. Also, until they get these corny racist streamers banned, it's always gonna be buns. There's a new person trying to take Chud the Builder's place, and I'm not even gonna say his name to give him attention, but people are calling this dude the Mexican Chud the Builder because he's doing the same thing, harassing black people and random people on the street.
The fuck? Like, I hate one. Yo, what the fuck? Shut your bitch up.
Yeah, you could tell his heart is...
This... Be dudes that got bills to... Like, it's what don't be making sense about this, bro. Like, people have bills and priorities to do, but they just go out and do dumb shit, gang. It's so stupid.
Not in it, and his look right back at the camera for validation is embarrassing. He also got his ass beat and pressed after doing this. Crazy how these dudes operate on being so bold, saying these slurs in front of these people's faces, only to fold like a pancake as soon as they get pressed. And Kick, for some reason, has not banned this dude and kept him on their platform. Mind you, it's not like he's super big and mainstream like other streamers I showed. This dude has less than 1,000 followers on Kick. In what world does it harm Kick to take him off?
Doing this for fun. People generally do this for fun. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. This is...
off the platform and move on. Mind you, in their TOS, it says one of their rules is you can't harass random people on the streets. Also, speaking of finances, I wonder how Kick hasn't gone bankrupt off the streaming contracts they were giving out. Does nobody remember they gave XQC an $100 million contract to stream on Kick? That was more than LeBron's Laker deal. It's hilarious because he dual streams and still gets 80% of his viewers from Twitch. Dropping 1/10 of $1 billion on someone and not even getting exclusive access is diabolical. Man, if I drop that much money on someone, I'm having you for a life contract. They also still feature Drake a lot, which I assume they have to be paying a bag on that. I mean, they got this man Drake barking at goth girls on stream.
You can look me dead in my eyes. If you say do it, I would.
Would you bark for me?
If I had to throw my rap persona built up for
I didn't think he was actually gonna do it. I still haven't watched it. What is that? 20v1? I still ain't watched it. I've seen the clips and stuff, but like, I haven't sat down to watch that. That's the big. Oh my god.
years, you better make it worth it. It seems like they learned their lesson on streaming contracts as they stopped giving them out. And the one thing you can give Kick credit for is their revenue split, and no other platform can compete with that. Honestly, whenever I think of Kick, I always think of what it could have been. Because I think with these platforms, competitors coming up is a good thing and makes them lock in on actual problems. They can't just avoid it and say F you to the users. Twitch started being less strict and banning you for every little thing, mainly because banned streamers were going to Kick. But the degeneracy they allow to go on will always make them be behind YouTube or Twitch. And now it's too late to change it. The whole platform's users are filled with people who like it that way. I'm not someone who could sacrifice my morals for a Kick contract. Also, dealing with that chat would make me want to end myself every day. Anyways, that's gonna be it. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok.
W video. Yeah, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Kid gotta do something quick, bro, cause it's getting bad, bro. No, it's not even funny no more.
Let me ask you all.
It's not even getting funny no more, bro. That being said, though, peace y'all for watching. Catch up with in the next one. Peace. We had 2 hours. Alrighty. I ain't gonna lie though, chat. www. And the vote is in that everybody wants GTA RP. So either I'm gonna decide later in the morning, either tonight, either tomorrow night or Saturday night. We playing GTA for the first time. Cause that's gonna be my last times I can do a gaming session for school start up again. So yeah. Like they said though, appreciate everybody tuning in here. Be back. Told y'all we back. I'm serious. So serious. But yeah, catch up, boys. Oh, what you using, man?
After one of the worst documentaries came out about
It's too much without your love, my advice. It's too much without your love, my advice. Said it's too much without your love, my advice. Baby, this ain't a love song, cause you ain't even did me wrong. We just had parted ways, that's life, I guess it's in hard. It's just these drugs into my cars, you don't pick up the phone. I swear, sometimes I catch a flight to get away to be alone. You was my Mona Lisa, I was like your Van Gogh. I mean Da Vinci, I went Vinci, you went Rick Owens. And it didn't even matter where we went, cause you was pistol toting. Yeah, that's my gangster bitch, I couldn't wait to show you all. Met got love my vibes, yeah, we was swagging too strong. Bitch, you know I got my ties, if a nigga touch, you know he gone. Even though he don't turn right now, you know I don't got no love loud. I just hope you feel the same, you kinda like my vice and all. I still don't feel the same, you're supposed to be my wife and all. Yeah.